Want to improve your aim? This video will help you to do exactly that. First, I'll offer some tips on choosing the best sensitivity. Then, I'll explain some tips on how you can warm up your aim. After, I'll offer some crucial advice on how you can instantly improve your aim in-game simply by learning some basic tips that are easy to follow. Finally, I'll offer some lesser thought about tips that do impact your aim more than you might expect. If you've been playing shooter games for years and you know everything there is about choosing the right sensitivity, practicing your aim, warming up, this video may not help you. This is more aimed towards those people who find themselves struggling with their aim in Apex Legends. If that's you, then here's everything you need to know. Okay, so first, choosing your sensitivity. Now, everybody is going to say their favorite number and DPI, but don't listen to that. Everybody is different, and your sensitivity may be different too. Typically though, lower sensitivities are more accurate. You skip over less pixels with each movement, which means there's less chance to miss and less inconsistency in your aim. However, go too low and you'll struggle to keep up, especially in a game like Apex Legends. So, I'd suggest going as low as possible. I think 2.5 is a good starting point. Then, try to perform a quick 180 degrees turn in the training map. Is it easy to do? Can you do it quickly? If not, turn the sensitivity up by 0.1. Keep doing this until you find a sensitivity that allows you to do a 180 degrees turn quickly and without any effort. If you're on mouse, a 360 degrees turn should be more difficult to do, but still possible, so keep that in mind. For me, I found my settings to be 3.7 in-game and 400 DPI. For you, it might be different. Once you've found your sensitivity, stick to it. Do not change it. By sticking to the same sensitivity, you can build a good muscle memory. With more practice and some time, you'll be popping headshots like it's easy. For the other mouse settings, I'd advise turning off mouse acceleration. With this on, your mouse increases in speed the more you move it. This can trick your brain and make it more difficult to build a good muscle memory. The ADS sensitivity will be down to your preferences, but for me, I prefer it to be on 1.0. That way, my aim is as consistent as can be when I'm aiming down sights, when I'm zooming with a sniper, and when I'm hip firing. Okay, now let's move on to some more interesting training methods you can use to practice your aim, test a new sensitivity, or just warm up once you are ready to play your first game for the day. So first up, flick training. Line yourself up in the middle of the targets on the training area. Then shoot the inner targets first, then the middle ones, then the end ones. Start slow, but after a while speed things up. The quicker you can do it, the better, but don't push yourself. Accuracy is the most important thing here. Give it time, especially if you've just moved to a new sensitivity. Next, long distance recoil control. Aim at the closest targets and try to hit as many shots whilst in full auto. Next, move to the furthest targets. After, try to add a left-right strafe whilst you fire. Finally, strafe left-right whilst also auto-firing at the furthest moving targets. This can be hard to master, but if you can do this in the middle of a fight, you'll make it very difficult for other people to hit you, whilst maintaining a lot of damage. Next, strafe peeking. Line up next to a target with the wingman and strafe in and out as you shoot the target. This just practices your ability to keep your crosshair trained on an opponent as you're going in and out of cover. You can even practice it on moving targets here too. Ultimately, this is best practiced against real players, but just understanding the motions here in the training area can be useful. Okay, let's move on to one important skill you can quite easily pick up in Apex Legends to instantly improve your aim. It's called Crosshair Placement. Crosshair Placement is all about putting your crosshair in an optimal position. When it's in the best position, you actually don't really need to do much aiming. This is because your crosshair will be in the position where players will automatically walk into your crosshair. That way, all you need to do is give some slight adjustments and you're good to go. Really, there are only two steps to good crosshair placement in Apex Legends. 1. Keep your crosshair at head height at all times. This means it's very easy to get headshots, and if someone jumps, even if you don't move your aim, you'll still shoot them in the body. Alternatively, you can flick up a little bit to get the headshot still. And 2, you should keep your crosshair tied to whatever wall you're about to turn round. There should be a bit of a gap between your crosshair and the wall, because if a player comes around it, you need a bit of time for your reflexes to kick in. However, this is the best position to have your crosshair, because it means as soon as you turn the corner, if there's a player there, you'll be ready to shoot. You don't even need to aim. Here's a quick example of how crosshair placement can win you fights when players are pushing you in Apex Legends. In this clip, I didn't do any fancy flicks, I didn't do any amazing plays. All I did is I kept my crosshair aimed on the corner of the wall as I went around it. And then I pressed the trigger. Easy. Okay, so that's everything. That's my aiming guide. I hope this has proven to be useful. Before I end, let me just quickly summarize what I've gone over. First, choose a sensitivity that's low but also realistic. 2. Practice your aim with the aiming techniques I've shown you in the training area. 3. Learn how to use crosshair placement. Finally, here's some things you might not have thought about that can impact your aim. Number 1 is sleep. If you want to have good aim and good reflexes, you need to be rested up. If you're playing bad, maybe you just didn't get a good night's sleep. This can impact your performance. You should also make sure you have good hardware. A gaming mouse is good because it has a more accurate sensor. The extra buttons and the RGB and the 50 trillion DPI settings aren't useful, but the sensor is. I cannot stress that enough. If you don't buy into the whole gaming mouse rubbish, don't listen to the marketing terms, just understand that better sensors mean that you're going to skip less pixels, which means your aim is going to be more consistent. Also, get a good mouse pad. This really improves your aim and makes sure you can stay consistent. Give yourself enough desk space too. This can help a lot. If you're on console, I've heard that getting better joysticks can help, although I'm not an expert on that, so don't take my word for it. Finally, try not to get too mad at yourself if your aim is bad. Give it some practice and know that it takes time to improve. Let any bad performances go. If you focus on them, they may bring your mood down and you'll find it harder to play. At the end of the day, Apex Legends should be fun. If you're having fun and enjoying yourself, you'll get better at the game without even noticing. Alright, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more Apex Legends guides, make sure to check out my channel. That's pretty much it. Cheerio!